flashing up back there. Can't thank you enough for coming out. Everybody's excited. The musicians are excited about being here, and we hope you are. And before I get into housekeeping, would you all please stand, if you could, for the national anthem. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. So let me go into housekeeping. If something comes up where we have to leave this building, there's exits on the side and in the back and over here on the side, and we'll be directed and we'll be asking you to leave at a pace where no one's going to get hurt. All right? I want to tell a little story about this group that's coming up, but I'm going to just give their name, and I'm going to turn it over to their the main man. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have a round of applause for Parkside Avenue Brass?
Okay, is this on? Oh, good. Hi, everyone. We're Parkside Avenue Brass. We're very happy to be back again here playing at City Church for Crossroads House and COVID workers. I usually don't talk before our first piece, but there is a little story behind this piece. It was written by, the original words were written by Horatio Spafford. He was a lawyer, married to his wife Annie. They lived in Chicago. He was very well-to-do. They had a series of tragedies. Their son, when he was 4 years old, tragically died. A little after that, his law office, his house, and a lot of his properties were destroyed in the Chicago fire. He was going to go to Europe to get a break from everything that was going on. He sent his wife and 4 daughters off ahead of him, and the ocean liner they were on sunk. And the 4 daughters were lost. His wife survived. And after that, he wrote this song about not losing faith, not losing his faith. And it's called It Is Well With My Soul. you all so much. Going to take a quick second to introduce everyone in Parkside Brass. I'm Dave Wendell, as Frank said. On trumpet, we have from Lancaster, Chickawaga. Lancaster, Scott Nicastro. From Lewiston, Julie Winden. Helping us out on tuba tonight, our regular tuba players got scouting activities tonight. Very talented tuba player, Phil Reard. My little brother on trombone and euphonium, Mark Wendell. And if you can see him back there on the drum set, the oldest brother, Mike Wendell. We're going to take you back to the late 1970s, early 1980s with this next piece. We think you'll all recognize it. It was a song by Gary Rafferty. And as Frank said earlier, tonight is about COVID workers. And we would like to take a minute to acknowledge if anyone in the audience or on stage was in the military, if they could please stand up so we can acknowledge you. Thank you guys all for your service. Ladies, gentlemen. On your way out, if you give your names at the table in the back, City Church and Crossroads will be giving you a gift, sending you a gift. Up next, since we're talking about the military, thank you guys, is a piece that was actually featured in the Black Hawk Down movie. This is called Minstrel Boy.
had anything written down that you could give us.
So, are there any drum corps fans in the crowd?
We're all drum corps fans.
It's been an influence on me musically, of course. That's where I learned to originally play. And so
Can you spare it?
when we do this concert, we always look to do something that's been done by a drum corps here and there. And this is, we're taking you back to 1978, I think. This was the song played by the Madison Scouts. And if you want to grab a rifle and dance around with it, feel free. Wow, I'm gonna finish all my water by the end of this set. Again, we've loved being here. We always love coming and doing this concert. Thank you, Frank, Kathy, all the people at Crossroads House, City Church, and of course all the COVID workers. Another drum corps story. Sorry, I've been involved with it since I was 9. There was a rock band from Canada. Their drummer was in Scout House, later in the Toronto Optimists, and that band had a big hit in 1971, and it was played by a drum corps from Canada. We were really hoping our Canadian friends could be here to play the song along with us. It was played by the Guelph Royal Airs, if you're old enough to remember the Guelph Royal Airs from Guelph, Canada. And there was a soloist named Bill Graham, and my brother Mark and I are going to try to reproduce his solo the best we can. And this is called One Fine Morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Parkside Avenue Brass. Fantastic, yes? This is a whole new thing for us, having to, doing this live stream, keeping on time, facing the red cameras. So be patient with us a little bit. And I'm hoping this next group, you're going to enjoy as much as you did Parkside Avenue Brass. I received something to read for this group. It's the Hitmen Brass Band, formerly from Attica, New York. The Hitmen, formerly from Attica, New York, were founded in 2002 by World Drum Corps and Buglers Hall of Fame member David Martin. Comprised of 9 members, the Hitmen are unquestionably the finest incarcerated marching musicians in the history of the New York State Department of Corrections. The Hitmen perform all over the United States and Canada. Some of their most recent engagements include Rikers Island, Joliet, Auburn Prison, Sing Sing, and a special return engagement at California's famous San Quentin State Prison. The Hitmen are 5 times World Drum Corps Brass Ensemble champions, and they also hold the Guinness Book record for manufacturing 14,106 license plates in a 12-hour period. The Hitmen would like to thank Kathy and Frank Panapento and Crossroads House, the people from Crossroads Committee, for feeding us, and the New York State Department of Corrections for granting them permission to perform for you this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Hitmen. No, how you doing?
Good. Is there any Italians here tonight? What do you think? No?
Italians in Batavia? I think not. I'm Mediterranean Irish.
Oh, yeah.
Panapento.
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Hitmen.
Here we go. Ready? Closer.
Thanks for the microphone, Frank. I appreciate it.
Hello.
Okay, that's about as close as we get to church. The hymn, that's a hymn. Okay, we have a couple of substitutes I want to point out today. First of all, we have on second mellophone, we have Heather tonight. Heather used to be a member of the Hitmen. Oh, actually, we were the Hit People when Heather was in it. The Hitmen just didn't work. And it's so nice to be out. Really. You know, there's not many people in the prison to choose from when we need instrumentalists, when we need musicians. And our tuba player, he's in solitary confinement tonight, so he couldn't be here. And the only other person, believe it or not, that plays tuba in the prison is the warden. This is Warden Lynn Eberhardt. Give him a hand, will you? If you don't, you know where you might end up. With us. Thank you. Listen, Frank, don't start with me. If you were here 2 years ago, who was here 2 years ago? Remember what happened? I had the policeman come in here. And he's right in the back there, Frank. If you're going to keep it up, there you see him waving? I'll make a complaint.
Okay.
All right. Okay. You ready? Roll off. getting kind of tired, I'm in my 70s now. If I sit down, I'll never get up again. Okay, we're going to play one of our new tunes. And before we start, all right, here we go. It's a new tune. How's this one start, Carol? Open, okay, thank you. Open, that means no valves. Ready? Yeah, you're all by yourself.
You have a tempo in mind?
Glenn, you're the warden. Double time. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Sometimes you gotta tell the warden. Go ahead.
Here we go. Yeah.
All right, Caravan. Okay, want to do that now? Okay, why we're all here today? We're thanking and celebrating our first one, Frank.
Time back.
Our first, our first, what do you call them? The first arrivers, what do you call them? First responders, thank you very much. You just keep it to yourself over there. All right, our first responders, all right? And our group here is recognizing law enforcement. And the reason why is it's obvious. Right? I mean, we had to bring the warden with us, you know. You gotta see the guards in the back. It's bad. So I'm gonna bring them down here.
No, have him just stand.
Okay, all the who stands?
Anybody involved with law enforcement?
Anybody involved in law enforcement, please stand. Okay. Frank. He was already standing. He's already standing. Okay, all the law enforcement, sit down. That's you, pal. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, officer. And I'm riding with somebody, so it doesn't matter. You know, you can't pick me up anyways. What are we playing? Okay, any Italian? Raise your hand if you're Italian. I know some of you are afraid to put your hands up. I know that. Okay, we got 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, there's my girlfriend over there, right there. Okay, we got quite a few here. We want you to help us, all right? I want you to clap for us, all right? Let's clap. Clap, 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 clap. Everybody! Thank you very much. Okay. Frank's not giving me the snake eye, so that must mean that we can play another tune. Here we go. Wait a minute. Special. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Hitman. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hitman, what'd you think? Thanks for being such a good crowd. Next group up is the group that I play with. Their name is St. Joseph Batavia Brass Ensemble. It's a runoff of the group that I used to play with when I was a kid. And that group was St. Joseph Batavia. We traveled around the country. We were state champions for a number of years. We were in the top like 10 in the country at that time. So we had a history, and that history has brought us back together. There's guys that I play with in this group that I've been playing for 65 years. I don't know about sports or anything like that, but music is magic. I mean, it allows you to do things for a long period of time. This is our 14th year, and we started to do the benefit for Crossroads House. Raise your hand if you know what Crossroads House is. It's a comfort care home for the terminally ill who have taken care of over 500 people. Totally free of charge. I'm going to say it again. Totally free of charge, thanks to people like you. There's a lot of people who have volunteered for Crossroads House throughout the years. There's a lot of people who have given up their time. You don't have to be a resident care volunteer. There's many things. Whatever you do at your home, cut the grass, buy groceries, any household chore is volunteering. You coming to this music concert tonight, you're volunteering. These musicians, we've got musicians here from Pennsylvania. Musicians, usually their big day is Saturday. That's their payday. They paid out of their pocket to come here. They paid, okay? They didn't receive the money that they would have paid if they were playing a normal gig, but they came to play for you tonight. So, for the musicians, let's have a round of applause.
1965.
You got to use that.
Hello. This is called Ballyhoo, and this is from, it's not from them, it's from a musical. Never knew what the name was, but it is from a musical. And it's called Ballyhoo, and the first time I heard a drum corps do it was in 1965, and it was Chicago Royal Airs, and it was always fantastic. So we picked it up, and we learned it. So here we go. Next tune we'd like to do for you is it a church tune by any chance? I think it is. I think it's a tune for church when you go to church. And it's called Mansions of the Lord. Thank you very much. Who's next? What's next? We'd like to dedicate this one to all the caregivers and all of those who helped out during this pandemic, and we really want to thank them a lot. Without them, I'm not sure what would have happened. This is a song that was written for St. Joe's Drum Corps back when, and you're going to be able to hear this song again on the new version of West Side Story that's coming out from Steven Spielberg. If you get a chance to go see it when it comes out, I think it's in December, go see it. This is called One Hand, One Heart. Okay, I'd like to bring up a young gentleman that's going to conduct the next three numbers. He's from Batavia. His name is Joey Pirro. I think you've seen him. You've seen him a few times in the paper and around. He's currently on the touring company with the company of Jesus Christ Superstar. He hasn't worked in forever, it seems, for him, because he hasn't been playing, no place to play. But he leaves next Monday to go to Oregon to get with that touring company. So let's hear a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, the third group that we would like to recognize are all EMTs, first responders, Mercy Flight, and Fire Department. Please stand and be recognized for everything that you have done for us. Thank you very much for your sacrifice and all your hard work. Also, on your way out, give your name to the people from Crossroads, and they have a little bit something special for you.
next tune we would like to play is Send in the Clowns. Yeah? Sure. Horns up. 1, 2. 1, 2. Set of 3 songs here. I want to thank you for the brass ensemble for inviting me to conduct and perform today. It's a great cause, as you all know, and together we'll get through this time, yeah? So here's a little tune that'll bring it back to the animals, and here's House of the Rising Sun.
Ladies and gentlemen, St. Joseph Batavia Brass Ensemble. Did you like them? Woo. Our conductor, Harold McJury. I believe right now we're going to have intermission, and they'll have a clock up there for the time. So during this time, are they ready to do that? All right. During this time, I was negligent in to mention Pastor Marty and his wife and everybody here at City Church for giving us the facility for a concert. It's very difficult with the COVID and everything to even find a place, to practice, to get people to come in, leave their loved ones to practice. Okay, so when Pastor Marty came up and said that they would do it, we were very grateful to him. And Crossroads House is grateful to him. And usually at this time, someone from Pastor Marty's family or someone from Crossroads would come and speak to you on behalf of Crossroads House in the need that they have for your support that you've given them over the past 23 years. 23 years and over 540 people, you have supported the residents at Crossroads House and their families, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. This is a rare thing in a particular time when it seems like more and more people are less likely to share their time and to share. So we are going to pass the basket, but I'm going to ask you to think, how much is it worth to you to have someone sitting with someone who's dying and hold their hand? To have someone sitting with a loved one and have someone there for that person. What's that worth? I know it's difficult because it's a difficult time right now because there's not a whole lot of money around and there's not a whole lot of a whole lot. So I'm going to ask you on behalf of Crossroads House to help them keep on with their mission. And by the way, since Crossroads started, there's another Comfort Care home in Attica. There's another one in Java. Crossroads House basically planted the seed for 5 other houses, thanks to everybody in Batavia. Thank you. So you all have done great things. Please keep supporting Crossroads House. And when the buckets come by, please give what you can. And if you can't, there's always, you can go to the Crossroads website and there's a link there for you to donate. So do we have the buckets ready to go? Okay. Is pleased to again be performing here at Crossroads House Musical Memories this evening. The corps is comprised of members who participated in the competitive corps in the 1960s and 70s and many who competed against them and other drum corps during that time. The current membership comes from across the metropolitan Buffalo area, Western New York, Northwestern Pennsylvania, New Jersey, South Carolina, Tennessee. That's right, we got people in the line from Tennessee right now. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, members from Canada and South Korea have been unable to take part in the chorus performance this year. The Corps is thankful for the support of Hamburg VFW Post 517. Larry Keppel is the Corps Director. The Corps President is Paul Neese, who also instructs the percussion section. The brass staff includes Arranger Steve Cooley, Instructor Chuck Lute. This year's performances are dedicated to the memory of Corps members Leon Trevizinski, Greg Keppel, and former brass arranger Ken Norman, who was an avid supporter of the Alumni Corps movement. Led by conductor this evening, Steve Cooley. Please welcome from Hamburg, New York, the Hamburg Kingsmen, Drum and Bugle Corps.
Hello, it's on. Hi everybody. We're the Hamburg Kingsmen, and the first number was Ghost Riders in the Sky. Does anybody know where this thing originally came from? As an offshoot, if you ever heard of When Johnny Comes Marching Home Again, well, in 1948, Vaughn Monroe came out with this tune, and they just simply changed the melody. It's the same chord structure, everything else underneath it, but it's basically When Johnny Comes Marching Home Again. It was in the charts for 22 weeks. It's the most popular country and western tune that was ever came out. So we brought it back. We played it in '65, and we redid it a couple of years ago. We did the arrangement, and I hope you enjoyed it. We have an announcement to make. Get my notes here. We dedicate our performance to the healthcare workers, including the nursing homes and the hospital doctors. Those that really go out of their way for all of us, for all that we've all been through. It's been a terrible, year and a half, just even keeping drum corps together. It's been a real struggle for all of us. All the corps are here tonight. And we are deeply grateful that we are still able to perform. We are deeply appreciative that all of you came out to help all of us and to help this great cause. Thank you very much. We're going to move on now with Eli's Coming. I have a little story with that tune. When we first decided to bring that back, we played it in 1973, and it was originally a Dave Smalley arrangement. When we brought it back, as luck would have it, Tommy. Corey Wells was living in Dunkirk. Easy for the mind. Corey Wells was living in Dunkirk, and Tommy was a very good friend of Corey Wells, one of the original singers for Three Dog Night. And we had originally planned to have him conduct us for us at DCA. But it didn't work out. Corey unfortunately died that year, so it never came into fruition. But that was the original plan behind the tune. Originally, this was done, Dave Smalley, and it was probably the last time that Hamburg was actually in DCA. It was their final year in DCA in 1973. So it has a special meaning for all the members of the Corps. We're going to do a drum solo for you, and we're going into Billboard March. That was also from 1965. How many years did they play that, Bobby?
Oh my God, three years, 64, 65,
Yeah.
66.
I'd like to acknowledge Bobby LaDuca. Bobby LaDuca is our artist in residence with the Corps. He has played in drum corps ever since I've known him. We met when we were about 18. Bobby is a very well-known professional around the Buffalo area. He used to play with the Tommy Dorsey Orchestra. Have you ever heard of them? You guys ever know that? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Bobby's probably the only legit guy I know that's still playing in drum corps that really did it all, you know? Really something. So, without further ado, we're going to get into Michael Bublé. It's probably the hardest number that we do. It's in 12/8 time, so it's very not easy teaching older individuals who are not musically trained to do something like this. So I just want to let you know that they've really worked really hard to make this work for you. Michael Bublé's Cry Me a River. I'd like to point out the fine solo work of Gary Wood. Both Gary Wood, Harold McJury, Bobby Leduca, and myself and Mark Etzel are members of the Buglers Hall of Fame. Raise your hands and be recognized, please. Frankie Panapento, right here. Right here, Frankie Panapento. All right. Here we go. Come solo. Look. Hut. Come solo. I believe that was from 1970, Bob. 1970, Cozzolino.
Yes,
Ed Cozzolino penned this for us.
70.
1970. It was a great year for Hamburg.
Yes, it was.
One of the best they ever. Probably, I think, their best year they ever had. But Ed Cozzolino, I don't know if you remember him or not, but he also used to teach St. Joe's. He taught a lot of corps around here, and I'd like to honor his memory because he was probably my mentor. I used to follow him around to drum corps and learn my arranging skills from Eddie, and I'll never forget all the great lessons he taught me and what a great person he was. So we're going to move on now. This is our signature tune, Shuffle Off to Buffalo, and I want to thank you all for being a wonderful audience. I want to thank you coming out and supporting this wonderful, wonderful cause. Frankie has been spearheading this thing forever and gathering everybody he can around here to make this thing work. And I can't thank him enough for all the great work that he does. And I am so grateful for Frank and for everything that everybody here does to help the hospice and all of our first responders and policemen, etc. So thank you, Frank.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hamburg Kingsman, one more time. Thank you. Steve Cooley. While the Hamburg Kingsmen are, I'm looking for the red sign there. While the Hamburg Kingsmen are getting their men and women off the stage, the next group is really kind of special to me. And when I had told you that I was playing with some people for 65 years, Harold, where are you? There he is right there. Harold and I played together in St. Joe's, which was like an institution here in Batavia for people. And Harold and I still play twice a week at the Veterans Hospital. So the beat goes on, Harold? The beat goes on. Harold's part of the alumni that's coming out, and I think you're really going to enjoy them. They're a little bit closer to the roots. The brass ensemble that you saw was an offshoot for those who could not or no longer march, walk. Okay, so it was like a drum corps for senior citizens, me being one of them. But anyways, I shouldn't speak for the young ones. But bottom line is, I really believe that you're going to enjoy what you're about to hear. And while we're doing this, why don't we had one other group. Anybody who was mentioned, please, on your way out, give your name to the people from Crossroads House. And once you give your name to them, they have something special for you. The last group would be anybody involved in education, dietary help, okay, and housekeeping. Any of those people, please stand and be recognized for your efforts during COVID. Thank you all so much for everything. There's a lot of times you don't think of everybody who's involved. The people who take care of us, the people who feed us, the people who, there's a bunch of people. So to be able to recognize and to think of those people is something we need to do. St. Joe's, anytime you're ready, we're ready. Oh, we have to set up. I have something to read, and my book is over here. Ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying, as far as supporting Crossroads House, you can become a volunteer tomorrow. Okay, they have special training if you're going to be doing resident care. The upcoming events on tomorrow, Sunday the 19th, 11 to 4. They have the annual Kiwanis Car Cruise and Fall Festival. Okay, out at the Pembroke Town Park. It's going to be held there, and if you've ever been there, it's really, especially if it'll be a great day. And the cars are just amazing. Next event would be on Friday, November 5th, 3 to 5, and Saturday, November 6th. That is going to be the 8th annual basket raffle. How many people have been to that basket raffle? Man, it's a great time. And they have a lot of great baskets. So check the Crossroads website so you can see what activities they have coming up so you can support. And I got to do this because the woman who is responsible for this particular event, okay, a long way down the road, not the event so much, but the activity, Crossroads House in Batavia, New York, she's about ready to throw her book at me, is my wife, Kathy Panapento. Please stand. I love you, honey. Also, any volunteers for Crossroads House, any staff for Crossroads House, please stand and be recognized. Thank you, volunteers and staff from Crossroads. You've been fantastic. And this young lady up here with me, Dee Quinn Miller, has also been a volunteer at Crossroads House and always been like picking up my stuff after me. So we'd like to thank her. Thanks, Dee. Are we ready to go? St. Joe's? Casey Dolans is going to be their drum major, and he'll be talking to you this evening, I'm sure, and along with, is Harold? And Harold McJury will be out front. So the microphone is here if you need it, okay? It's on. Okay, just face the... Ladies and gentlemen, Mighty St. Joe's Alumni Drum and Bugle Corps.
much. Again, my name is Casey Dolan. I'm the proud music director of this ensemble. Again, this is Mighty St. Joe's Alumni Corps. We tend to do a little more of the marching band, the drum and bugle corps type style of marching. We are always open to new members, and it sure feels good to be able to make music for an audience again. So thank you for being here. I'm out of breath too. Our next number is called The Stars and Stripes Forever. Court, time, hut. Four lines turning around, turning to left and forward. One line over. Mark, time, mark, and turn, 2, 3, 4, hit. That was pretty good, wasn't it? Yeah. Here we go. You look much better. Mark, time, mark. Grand old flag. Mark, time, mark. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe the only unit tonight that has a color guard. How about the color guard this evening? Ladies and gentlemen, our next number we'd like to feature our incredible drum line led by Mr. Bill McGrath. Here we go. Drum line. Go on, Ted. Hut. Mark, time, mark.
thanks. I didn't pay her to do that. Did you say about her?
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be our this group's last number. We're going to invite some more friends up for a couple more after this, but we would like to dedicate this one. The song's called "America the Beautiful," and we'd like to dedicate this to all the men and women who are serving our country, have served, will serve in the future. May God bless you and keep you safe. Here we go. This is America the Beautiful.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a couple tunes for you. All right, so anybody from the other groups, come on out. All right, I think you're going to recognize these tunes. But once again, we can't thank you enough for making this day possible. And please remember Crossroads House in your thoughts and prayers. And financially, we need you. Okay, are we all ready to go? We really think you're going to dig this, okay?
Go ahead, walk fast. Just walk fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, Georgia on my mind with Mighty St. Joseph Alumni Board and friends under the umbrella of a great event and a great evening. So thank you once again for coming. This will be Georgia on my mind. He's getting solo. You may have heard or seen him a couple times this evening. Harold Lucher. Right? Here we go. Never heard of him. Horns up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and
Ladies and gentlemen, as St. Joe's plays this, remember the loved ones, the people in your life, the special people, the people that have given you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Crossroads House, thank you for this evening. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you very much. St. Joe's, one last time. Good to go? Okay. Drumline's going to play St. Joe's off. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this evening. It's been a great night. Thank you. One last time for St. Joe's, everybody. Woo! Give yourself a hand. Thank you, St. Joe's. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out tonight. It was very special. Thank you.